Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Pisces, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Excuse me. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Tree of Life card. This is probably one of my favorite cards in all of the decks that I have. And the reason being is because this truly represents, it's like the Wheel of Fortune, but on steroids. This card for me represents divine intervention and divine assistance. And what this suggests to me is there is something bigger working on your behalf this week. There is an element of your, like we're in Pisces season. So for the first, I forgot as well, happy damn birthday to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful solar return. Remember to fill the day of your birthday with a little bit of everything that you want this entire year ahead to have in it. Excuse me. And also, if you are having your birthday on or a day either side of the 2nd of March, this is going to be a huge 12 months ahead for you. Whenever we have a new moon on our birthday, this suggests that the year ahead is going to be quite a powerful one, usually quite positive, but very expansive. Now, speaking about expansive, that new moon is coupled with Jupiter. It doesn't get any better than that. Your ruler, a traditional ruler, Jupiter, is in your sign, doing wonderful work, I might add. Add to this a new moon, which is a new moon on steroids, and this gives you the energy of growth, expansion. Truly, what do you want, right? This is a time, like this is Aladdin and his lamp kind of energy. And I have to say, right? So for your Tree of Life card this week, look into, it's not even just look into the realm of possibilities. Like, you know, this is play with the universal energy this week, right? Really ask yourself, what do I want to create? And more importantly, what is it that's showing up for me right now that can enhance the life experience that I'm having? For your, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share. If you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. Your actions and options card is the Page of Cups, right? This is a very psychic, a very intuitive card. Pay attention to your hunches, your nudges. Pay attention to the synchronicities this week. Anything that feels kind of a little bit like, that's coincidental. I don't believe in coincidence. I never have. And when I read the Celestine prophecy, I started to understand why. There's no such thing as coincidence to me. It's all synchronicity all the time, right? The universe is a wonderful spinning, it's a wonderful spinning cosmos. That's as much as I will say. That being said, your nudges, your hunches, your personal intuitions, pay attention to them this week. And especially because some of the ideas that you have this week, they might be just like really small things that whisper to you that have the potential to be very, very big results. When it comes to your communications and conversations, you've got the Four of Wands. This is really nice. So I'm trying something new this week because a lot of people have asked. For those of you that are students, if you're studying, if you're in some form of academia, that Four of Wands, for those of you that have been waiting for test results, for those of you that have been waiting to find out if you got into a certain uni, I mean, I don't know if that happens at this time of the year, I'm so out of the loop. If you are looking at predicted grades and all of that stuff, this is fantastic news that comes in. For those of you that didn't think certain avenues, pathways, or even schools were open to you, this suggests different. It's like at that moment where you think, oh, you know, I'll never get into that school, or, you know, I don't think I'll get the grade that I need. Like something changes this week. Like the winds of change are definitely chiming or blowing in your favor. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could, again, similar energy, but it's almost like, you know, you're getting the nod. You're getting the shoulder tap, and I kind of feel like this could be a big project of some sort that's coming up at the workplace that you get invited to join. It's like, we're going to do this, and we really feel like, you know, we want you to be on board, and it's a win-win for everybody. It's the Four of Wands after all. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, people that work for themselves, any and all events, in fact, for all of you Pisceans, any and all events that you are invited to this week, go. Even if it's like the opening of an envelope, go ahead. For those of you that are retired and no longer working for any number of reasons, this is literally an opportunity that falls in your lap, right? And it could be one that's already on the table that you're kind of chucking around. You've got this Page of Cups here as well. You need to be flexible this week. You need to be mobile. And I'm going to say again, if you are invited to an event of any kind, go ahead, because the chances are you're going to find or see someone or something that has a say in what your future is going to be. Now, the other thing with the Four of Wands as well, remember, this is, yes, it's events and get-togethers, but it's also good news and celebrations. So this is, whatever it is that's happening for you this week, there is definitely cause for celebration. For your love and relations, you've got the King of Swords. So usually an air sign male, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Doesn't have to be, but it is the King of Swords. So for those of you that are in partnerships that have kind of been, you know, on off, or they're not really solid, this could be you making something official. For some of you, this is tie the knot energy. Like, this is literally like you know, your partner finally proposes, because this card can represent marriage, celebrations, and also engagements. The fact that the relationship is being made more official this week, that King of Swords bodes very, very well for that. For those of you that are single, it's likely to be through some almost like twist of fate that you maybe run into somebody that you've previously worked with, right? So, and I kind of feel that it is that way as well. This could be somebody that you had like a really big crush on, you know, maybe like that, and we've all got like a work wife or a work hubby or whatever that, you know, you will think like, I wonder if things had been different or if we didn't work together. This is, for me, it feels like you're re-meeting this person, like you're being reintroduced to them. You're meeting them again outside of the confines of work. You're seeing them in a different light. And, you know, for that reason, it could be something, you know, quite important or quite special moving forward. Nice. For your money and materials, you've got the Moon card. So we're already in Pisces season. So Pisces season, the Moon card. Now, when it comes to finances, money and resources, there's the only thing that I will say here that is a drawback. If you are invited to participate in something, check the fine print and make sure that it's not something that you have to pay for, or if it's something that you're invited to do, like a project, etc. Because again, this could be like headhunted energy. Maybe you get headhunted and it's like, okay, the job is amazing, but the salary is not great. Or maybe, just maybe, it's kind of, and I've had this happen to me before. I remember I went for a job and I was like, this could be really awesome. And then they said, you know, the salary was, oh, well, it's, you start on this and then you work your way up to that. And I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen. Cheers, but no. So watch out for that this week. It could be as well, on a brighter note, a past opportunity, somebody that you've worked with before, somebody that you've collaborated with before, old business, an old client is coming back into the fold very synchronistically in a way that is going to feel not only more aligned, but it will feel easy. All right, it's just like there's an ease here. There's no forcing it, no having to force it. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Moon card is all of the parts of the body that you rule, your feet, your toes and your ankles. Watch out for those this week, especially if you're going dancing. And then for your home and environment, I'm going to be honest with you, Pisces, get out. Get out and about. The more time you spend out and about this week, I think the happier you will be. Now, for your new moon message, that new moon, that gorgeous new moon that is happening in your sign, for those of you that are ascendant Pisceans, to a lesser degree the sun and the moon, this is your first house. This is all about you. This is all about who you are, what you want to be, what you want to become, what you want to share with the world. It's about your body. It's about your mind. It's about the way that the world sees and perceives you. It's also your machinery, as just recently I heard on the astrology podcast, and I thought that was it was awesome. You know, when we talk about your machinery, this is you, right? All of you, your body, your mind. And if you want to change that, if you want to slim down, if you want to bulk up, if you want to change your aesthetic, use that new moon to set this into motion, right? Most people say, with a new moon, like, oh, you should wait until there's a little sliver of light, you know, with the moon to actually take the action steps. And I'm starting to rethink this. I'm really starting to rethink this. And the reason being is when I liken the moon cycle to a pregnancy. So full moon, when a woman, you know, she's big and round, that's like full moon energy. New moon energy is conception. How does conception happen? It happens in the dark, right? It's not like we don't shine a torch in there after everything's finished going, oh, you know, there's no light, so nothing's going to happen. The conception happens in the dark and the baby grows from it. So there's something for me, I'm starting to really rethink my understanding of this, of, you know, the astrology community, when they say like, oh, you know, you shouldn't do anything on the dark moon because there's no light to see it by. Well, there's no light to see a conception of a child, but we still got babies. There's 7 billion of us still walking around on the planet. So I'm starting to rethink my idea around that. That being said, you know, at your own leisure, use it how you see fit. And you've got the gate 9 and small details. This is about refinement. This energy, this card is about refinement, right? So what is it that makes something sharp? It's like, you know, when you watch TV, you know, when you've got an old TV, the lines are kind of blurred and da-da-da-da. When you watch it on a HD after that, the lines are crisp and sharp. Those small details, that refinement and definition. Be really clear and specific on this new moon about what you want. What is it that you really, really want? What is it that you desire for you, for yourself? This is not about anything or anyone else. I don't care what house this falls in for you. This is the time for you, my dear Pisceans, to be selfish like never before. Yes, I said it, and yes, I stand by it. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.